For most of human history, we viewed the night sky as a quiet, unchanging canopy. This perspective placed Earth at the center, with stars as fixed lights rotating around us. Restricted to the naked eye, this peaceful model was a logical conclusion. That perspective held steady until we built tools capable of seeing past the limits of human vision. By capturing radio waves deep in space, these arrays revealed a reality hidden from our eyes. The universe is currently a massive and ongoing explosion. Space itself is violently tearing outward in every direction. Understanding our place in this reality requires tracing the origin of this expansion back 15 billion years. The timeline begins with the Big Bang, an expansion of space itself that created physical volume where absolutely nothing existed prior. This spatial map illustrates the proof of that origin: cosmic background radiation. It is a faint 3 Kelvin heat signature that still bathes the entire universe, acting as the literal afterglow of the initial expansion. Over millions of years, the extremely hot primordial plasma spread and cooled. This drop in temperature allowed gravity to become the dominant force organizing matter. Gravity pulled the cooling dust and gas together into massive, isolated clusters called galaxies. These gravitational structures took on distinct shapes, from dense elliptical spheres to broad disks and tightly wound spirals. The Milky Way is one such spiral structure, holding roughly 100 billion stars in a rotating disk. The void consists of highly organized gravitational islands. These structures provided the necessary environment for smaller, more complex bodies to form. Galaxies contain massive clouds of primordial dust and gas. Gravity crushes localized pockets of this dust until the pressure triggers nuclear fusion, igniting a new star. A standard star, like our Sun, exists as a balance between two opposing forces. Gravity pulls the mass inward, while the outward pressure of nuclear fusion pushes back. Eventually, the nuclear fuel is exhausted. Gravity finally wins the battle. The star swells into a red giant, collapses inward, and then violently rebounds in a massive supernova explosion. These stellar explosions leave behind dense corpses. Some become pulsars, neutron stars that sweep the sky with rhythmic radio waves. The most extreme collapses result in black holes, objects where density and gravity are intense enough to permanently trap light. Stellar death is the engine of the cosmos. These massive explosions forge heavy elements and scatter the specific materials required to build solid planets and life. The ultimate fate of the entire expanding universe remains an unresolved question, determined by the strength of gravitational forces. In an open universe theory, expansion overcomes gravity. This trajectory leads to a perpetually expanding, dark, cold void as stars burn out. But in a closed universe, the collective gravity halts expansion, pulling everything back into a big crunch. Some hypotheses suggest this cycle oscillates, where a big crunch acts as the trigger for a brand new Big Bang. These immense timelines dwarf the historical maps that once described the sky as a fixed and bounded sphere. Humanity exists on a tiny rock, currently moving through a fleeting and beautifully violent chapter of an ongoing, billions of years old cosmic cycle.